it sort of goes back to an email I got from our solutions consultant team saying there's a CMO of a biotech company that has a very unique request and they want to talk to us about. It's a CNS indication, it's a rare disease, and they are insisting that they want to have a conversation before they can even invite us to a bid defense meeting.
They were developing a compound for this rare disease for which very little is known. In fact, there has been no prospective studies done on imaging in that particular disease. So to really understand the disease and its progression, our scientific and medical team did a lot of literature review. So they looked at histopathology and how disease presents itself in different imaging modalities. And they put together a document called the briefing book to really explain the disease itself and the way it presents itself and the disease burden, how it shows up on imaging. They also needed to justify initiating a natural history study to be able to understand the progression of this disease and also be able to view the disease burden using MRI imaging.
So the briefing book was going to be that document that was aimed at convincing the FDA that imaging is important, that it has value, that if they use it in a clinical trial, the phase 2 that was going to come later, that it would not just add value, but it would be very useful as a scientific tool to help them assess, whether the patients are responding to the treatment or not. Over the next several months, we worked together and put this briefing book together. Now, my team, the team that I put together, they're great scientists, very strong in neuroscience, and they bring a lot of their experience to the table. And then we send it out, and then we patiently wait for a week, and then we get a response from the client. This is an excellent job. No edits required. We're sending it to the FDA. The icing on the cake was the FDA reported back and said, no edits, no challenging the document, we're going to go ahead with the trial. Guess what? A month later, we get the phase 2 of the study.
Every clinical trial is unique and has different needs, depending on the disease indication, the assessment criteria, the size of the study, and also depending on the sponsor-specific approach. This natural history study presented several unique challenges. One unique challenge is the complexity in the imaging acquisition protocol. To overcome this challenge, our Calyx study team utilized a customized site qualification workflow so that Calyx scientists could provide additional support to all participating sites in the MRI protocol optimization and scanning operations. For quantitative assessment, we partnered with an imaging analysis lab who are experts in the diffusion and functional MRI analysis, and we worked hand in hand with them to make sure that we deliver the high quality data to the client.
So now we are on the phase 2 of the trial. The trial is progressing well. We have built a lot of confidence. The trust that we built with the client is amazing through the journey over the years. The team members have performed excellently. They look at us as an extension, part of their team, and put a lot of faith and trust in our processes and people. Obviously, anybody who's sort of interacted with biotechs or knows about this industry, funding is key. It's important. It's an important lifeline for them to take the compound to the next step. Something as simple as getting an FDA approval to, on that briefing book was an important milestone for them, and they would go back to their investors and show them the evidence that there is agreement from the regulatory agency on the science that they plan to do. And then once they got the funding for phase 2, then the next milestone is how are we helping enroll those subjects, keeping the patient subjects on the trial, and then what does the data look like? To my knowledge, and I've seen email words of praise from the client for the team and the work that Calyx has done, the work that my team has done, the hard work that has gone into getting them the data that has allowed the small biotech to continue this very important research.